Hello and welcome to my channel. Invitation to Wine event has been confirmed to go live in global server on the 29th of July, and with this event comes limited operator Ling. So this video is here to introduce her entire kit and suggest whether you should pull for her. First up, let's look at Ling's archetype. She is a summoner supporter and specializes in utilizing her summons to do many things. Moving on to her stats, Ling has average HP, attack, defense, good resistance, average redeployment time, low DP cost and an average attack speed. Ling's stats may seem lackluster, but what makes her shine is her amazing summons and skills. Next up are her talents. Ling's first talent gives her 5 summons to work with when the stage begins, but a maximum of only 3 summons can be deployed in the stage. They will also have different effects and stats based on Ling's skills. I won't be showing the detailed stats for the summons, but I will be stating the DP cost for each summon for all her skills. The basic summons have one default block. Her second talent states that when her summons are destroyed, retreated or fused, Ling gets some SP and a permanent attack buff. This can stack to up to 5 times, a solid talent that synergizes well with her skills. Moving on to her skills, they all have their own active and passive effects. Her first skill's passive effect gives the summons the ability to be deployed on only ground tiles. When the skill is active, both Ling and all her summons on field gets more attack and attack speed, and the summons now deal arts damage. Ling also gets one additional summon when the skill ends. The DP cost for one summon is 12. A great starter skill, it has average SP cost and duration. Now, before moving on, do note that I will be making operator guides for the other new operators like Lee and Arknights, so do consider subscribing to stay tuned. Next up is her second skill. Its passive effect gives the summons the ability to be deployed on only ranged tiles. When the skill is activated, all the summons on field will do a big burst of arts damage to 2 enemies in range and binds them for a short duration. If any summons has less than 50% HP, they are automatically retreated at the end of the skill. This might seem like a bad thing, but thanks to her second talent, the negatives aren't too bad. This skill can do some serious damage, not to mention the bind effect that can be utilized for stalling. A great skill to use in maps with huge waves of enemies. The DP cost for one summon is only 9 when using this skill. It has an average SP cost and can store up to 2 charges. Moving on to her third skill, this is Ling's signature skill. The passive effect gives the summons the ability to only be deployed on ground tiles and can be fused together to form a bigger summon with significantly higher stats and 2 default block. To fuse them, a summon is required to be deployed facing to another one. When this skill is active, Ling and all her summons gets more attack, defense, and the summons now deal a percentage of their attack as arts damage to enemies in a 1-tile radius every 0.5 seconds. Ling will also get 1 summon when the skill ends. All I can say is what the actual heck. Just to put things into perspective, the summons have 72,000 HP, 14,000 attack and 4 block with this skill. Ling's summons can do some serious damage and tanking. This skill is well known for its ability to solo stages with just Ling and her summons. It has an average SP cost and good duration, that the summons now costs 23 DP to deploy. Not to mention the doubled cost to fuse them as well, but it doesn't change the fact that this skill is just bonkers. Lastly, we have her module. This will give Ling more stats and she can now hold more summons, and their DP cost are now reduced by 25%. Yep, her module is great as well. What a surprise. So, should you pull and build Ling? The answer is absolutely. While summoner supporters are infamous for their micromanagement gameplay and this might deter players from using her, Ling is just too unique to ignore. So I'd say yes, Ling is definitely an operator worth every arundum you invest into her. And that is all for this operator guide. Hope this video is helpful in introducing the new dragon waifu, Ling. I will be making similar videos in the future, so do consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.